Because we had ultimately planned on living off-grid and being self-sufficient, I started looking at what native peoples throughout the world had done and what indigenous peoples were still doing today, and found out that these people did not plant trees, did not plant fruits, did not plant vegetables. They basically lived on what I call the Neanderthal diet. Whatever they could kill and whatever they could pick off a tree. They didn't water, they didn't weed, they didn't fertilize, and they did just fine. And I said, you know, that's the kind of way that we ought to be growing things. This is the way nature has been growing things for millions of years, without man's help, without chemicals. So I looked more and more into ways to be able to grow food that way. Is a kefir pear. Last year we got 50 gallons of pears off of this one tree. And we've got 4 trees. So we had a substantial harvest of kefir pears.
Remember this video of mine, how to end hunger with paintballs from a helicopter? You know, I was kind of serious given the AI gave me the formula and all these benefits and such. You know, has anyone other than me truly done the math on that unconventional aerial operation? It called it. If you take 14 helicopters of 56 paintballers firing 30 balls per second electric, dual wielded for 603 hours and 25 days aerial seeding times 14.6 times in 365 days at 12,096,000 fruit tree paintballs per hour, the annual amount of fruit tree paintballs fired is 106,490,764,800 fruit tree paintballs. So 50 pounds of pears, like that guy said, per fruit tree harvest held constant times an annual fruit tree amount of paintballs fired is 5,324,538,240,000 pounds of pears fired into the ground in 1 year. If you take that amount, pounds, divide it by 1.3 billion people in China, my brother's one of them, that is an annual pounds of pears per mouth in China of 4,095 pounds. Divide that by 12, you get 341 pounds of pears per China mouth per month. If you do it for America and replace 1.3 billion with 380 million, then you get 1167 pounds of pears per American mouth a month. These things should be raining down on us. At least pears and apples.